announce that this meeting is being held in accordance with Chapter 231 of the Open Public Meetings Act. Proper notice of meeting dates has been given to the Morris Newsbee and the Morris County Daily Record and posted on the bulletin board in the Borough Hall. This meeting is a judicial proceeding. Any questions or comments must be limited to issues that are relevant to what the board may legally consider in reaching a decision. The decorum appropriate to a judicial hearing must be maintained at all times. Karen, roll call, please.
Okay. Mr. Baza?
Here.
Mrs. Cortez?
Here.
Mr. Eben?
Here.
Mr. Carr?
Here.
Mr. McCabe?
Here.
Mr. Webster? Mr. Schultz?
Here.
Mr. Razas?
Here.
And Mr. Cianciano.
All right. No special announcements tonight, so the next item on the agenda is approval of the meeting minutes from our last meeting. We had last month off, the meeting was canceled. Are there any corrections to the meeting minutes of the February 24th, 2025 regular meeting?
Now I move they be approved as submitted.
Second?
Second.
Voice vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Nays? Abstentions?
Abstain.
Abstain.
Motion passes.
And also Mr. Eben has to abstain.
He did.
I did.
Oh, wait, I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Quietly.
Okay.
All right, this part of the meeting is to hear comments from members of the public on matters other than those items on tonight's agenda. Are there any members of the public who wish to make comments? No? Okay, seeing none, I'll close that portion of the meeting. The first application for this evening's meeting is application BA 125, Joan Miller Kichury, as the executrix of the estate of Grace Miller, 37 Hawthorne Avenue, Block 38, Lot 1.02. The application is being reviewed for completeness only tonight. There will be no testimony heard. Is the applicant or an attorney for the applicant present?
Yes.
Please come forward, state your name, address, and put your appearance in the record, please. Assuming you're the attorney, next slide.
I am. Good evening, my name is David Stern from Williams, Rufeo and Stern, 60 Washington Street, Suite 204, Morristown, New Jersey. Here on behalf of the applicant, Joan Kichury, on behalf of the estate of Grace Miller.
Very good. So we do not have our professionals here tonight. We have some completeness conversations only, and we have two reports, which I'll mention for the record. We'll go over recommendations of the report, including waivers. I do think we will act on the waivers requested tonight. So the first item is the Anderson and Densler Associates Incorporated April 8th, 2025 report. That is a report for completeness completed by Mr. William Ryden, the borough engineer. We also have an April 24th report from our borough planner, Liz Laney, and the bottom line on Liz's is she basically mirrors the engineering report. So what I'd like to do, we'll come back to the planner's report if there's any questions, but let's start with the engineer's report and completeness. Application for development, draft notice not provided. I assume that one would be.
It was, and I actually sent it to Karen last week.
Got it, okay.
And I brought a copy with me along with it.
Our Karen will share with our board attorney, and if there are any issues, I'm sure to reach out to you directly.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to go over the ones where waivers are requested and recommended. So item 19, text of all existing right-of-ways, easements affecting the property. Item 25, flood areas, lakes, etc. 28, special reasons for variance. 29, steep slopes. 30, riparian zones. Those are the 5 items where a waiver is requested and recommended by our design professionals. Are there any questions that I might be able to answer from our board members on those waiver requests?
Just on, I question about rights of way, easements, etc. Just based on the application, if that's something that we might want to know about.
So I think what we would expect to hear is an affirmation during testimony that there are none, but for completeness purposes only, they're waived.
That's fair.
So if there are or aren't, we'd hear that during testimony.
Okay.
All right, so let's talk about some things that are missing. floor plans for the proposed garage, building elevations for the proposed garage, and also a front yard setback variance for the proposed garage, which hasn't been requested. These three items, to me, seem pretty straightforward to provide for future submission. Are there any questions on those things that our professionals think are missing?
There are not, and to your point, I had actually also submitted a new page 3 of the application to Karen last
Excuse me,
week.
sir, it never got to me.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't get a hard copy of it, and I did not get an email.
Okay.
So,
Well, I brought an extra copy with me.
both questions I didn't get, both,
Okay.
number one, or what you're saying now.
Okay, well, I brought a copy with me, and I can also send as many copies as the board would like to have it complete. And we also have the large pile of paper that you referenced, or all of the garage plans and elevations, which I can leave here, I can send separately, whatever works best for the board.
You can leave it tonight with the board secretary, and it'll be stamped received in the office tomorrow. Is that correct, Karen?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay, and so I brought a letter as well that I can leave with you, together with an extra copy of page 3 of the application.
Do you have any questions on either the engineers or the planners for completeness?
No.
Do board members have any questions on the reports? If there aren't, is there a motion, a two-part motion on this? One regarding completeness, one regarding waivers?
I'd like a motion to grant the waivers and deem the application incomplete.
Good. Mr.
Second.
McCabe and Mr. Rizzo, second. Karen, roll call, please.
All right. Mr. Baza?
Yes.
Mrs. Cortez?
Yes.
Mr. Ethan?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. McCabe?
Yes.
Mr. Schultz?
Yes.
And Mr. Rizzo?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so the application's been deemed incomplete. I know you're gonna leave a variety of information today, which is well before the May 9th deadline for submission for the May meeting. Our calendar is such that if this is deemed complete, we would be able to hear testimony at the May meeting, so you could do both. The onus is on you to get the notice out properly and to ensure that all the appropriate fees are paid.
Sure.
And that proof of notice to the property owners within 200 feet is provided to the board secretary.
Understood. Once I receive confirmation that the application is deemed complete, then I can send the notice to the homeowner.
Or, what I'm saying is you could do both if you want. You know, if you think that these are so simple that you're gonna be deemed complete, you
Yeah.
are welcome to do both completeness and testimony at the May meeting. You don't have to, but we're offering.
No, that'd be great, thank you. So then all I need is any comments from the board attorney on the notice.
And I'll catch him up tomorrow.
Okay, wonderful.
All right.
And sir, the meeting is a week early. It's May 19th.
May 19th. Okay.
So Karen, can you please do a roll call for the motion, which is, the seconded motion, which is incomplete and approving the requested waivers?
Okay. Mr. Baza?
Yes.
Mrs. Cortez?
Yes.
Mr. Ethan?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. McCabe?
Yeah.
Mr. Schultz?
Yes.
And Mr. Rizzo?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Okay. Any questions, you're welcome to contact our professionals in the meantime.
Okay, the only question I would have for the board attorney is whether I need to amend the notice to include that there's also a completeness hearing that night.
I'll let him opine.
Okay, thank you.
Are you leaving a copy of the notice?
Yes. Can I do that now?
So is it incomplete package then?
It is, well, so that was the question. So there's one copy of the completed page and one copy of the notice,
And it-
and as many copies of the plans, which should be 16, as you would
Okay,
like.
and the letter specifies everything that you're sending, the page 3?
Correct.
And everything?
Yep. This is the letter.
Okay, that's great.
Together with the notice. And the updated page.
Because you spoke to me on
I know. I think 3, 4.
15:05, and this is the one
proceed with the business of the meeting. I see we have at least a bill. Are there any correspondences to go with that?
The bill.
All right, if you would please read it.
Yes, so purchase order number 202-50620, for professional services to Anderson and Denzler, 383 Regional Avenue, P.O. Box 343, East Hanover, New Jersey, 07936, in the amount of $96.70.
And does your reading of the invoice constitute a motion to approve for payment?
It does.
Is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Baza seconds. Voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Abstentions? Motion passes. Bills are approved. Any new business? Old business. Two items for old business. Let's do the annual report first. So thank you to Lisa Cortez for the third or fourth year in a row of preparing the annual report. There is a resolution draft that Karen provided to accept the report. It's the same as we do each year, and again, this report is a requirement of the municipal land use law and goes to the governing body and planning board, members of the planning board. Would there be a motion to approve the resolution number 25-06, accepting the 2024 annual report?
So moved.
Mr. Baza, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Rizos? Karen, roll call, please.
Okay. Mr. Baza?
Yes.
Mrs. Cortez?
Yes.
Mr. Ethan?
Yes.
Mr. Carr?
Yes.
Mr. McCabe?
Yes.
Mr. Rizos?
Yes.
And Mr. Schultz?
Yes. Thank you. And the second item of old business is revised application process. So as you may recall, maybe it was 2 years ago, there was a subcommittee formed, Bob Webster, Doug McCabe, and Liz Laney and me, to look at streamlining the application process, especially on residential, what I would call simpler applications, ones that don't deal with a D use variance. We had some initial conversations, but then it slowed down as it would require amendment of ordinances and ideally would be coordinated with the planning board. So that process is picked back up. It is led by Bill Houston, councilman, who is chair of the ordinance committee, or head of the ordinance committee. Mike Garabaglia, the chair of the planning board, and I are coordinating, and Bill Wyden is the professional that's leading this. And basically what he has done is he's met with us, he has culled his existing municipalities and kind of found a best in breed for simplicity. You have those draft documents, they're not out there on the table because they are deliberative at the moment. I would ask that you take a look at the draft documents and bring back any comments to the next meeting. This is intended to do a couple things. It's intended to make it easier on the applicants. It is intended to have one application, whether it goes to the planning board or zoning board of adjustment. It is intended ultimately to become a downloadable PDF on the website, a fillable PDF, and we will get there. There is support, according to Councilman Houston, to get this ordinanced, to create a verb, as it were, once both boards are good with this. Mike Sullivan has opined, weighed in on it. The planning board attorney is also weighing in on it, and I think this is a good thing. The biggest thing to this board, the difference that it makes to this board, it proposes that applications can be deemed administratively complete by the borough's professionals and confirmed by the board chair. Right? So we're not bringing professionals to this meeting at a cost to the applicant to review comments that might be this simple. Waivers requested always will come in front of the board. Right? So the borough's professionals do not have the authority to grant waivers, only the board does. So if, and again, I'm not asking for opinions tonight, but as you read through it, if you think that's good, if you think that's bad, bring your opinions to the next meeting comments. But we are looking to streamline have this board focus where it should focus, and also frankly, to make it a little bit less painful, easier, and less expensive for an applicant.
Is there a time frame that the Borough Council is looking to close this out and get an ordinance completed?
So Bill Houston's goal was by the end of this calendar year to wrap up the meetings. My response to him is, no way you're getting me to monthly meetings for a year. This should take 2, 3, 4 months. Take the time that, and board members should weigh in, but I'd like to have this wrapped up, June, July, something like that. And after that, it's outside our hands and in his hands. So soon, I think, certainly this calendar year would be my goal.
Sure.
Any other old business? All right, would there be a motion to adjourn?
So
Motion.
moved.
All right.
Okay, I didn't hear who moved.
It was a tie to the split second between Mr. McCabe and Mr. Vaza, so we'll call that a first and a second.
I'll take it first.
Okay.
Well, McBaza made the motion. All in favor?